come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So all these curses are going to be upon a group of people for a sign and a wonder for all generations.
But where did you get the North American Indians?
Hang on. I'll show you in a minute. So that's proving how we're going to...
Put this here.
Okay. How we're going to learn.
I left my phone on.
That's fine. We're going to learn how to identify the groups of people that the Bible is speaking about today. Do you believe the Hebrew Israelites are still in existence today? They still exist?
Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, the Bible, that's what it speaks about.
Yeah, there's some pure.
Oh, that's fine right there. That's okay. But
What's your red book?
That's the Apocryphal. It was originally part of the original canon. It was taken away by the Protestants because they said that it wasn't inspired by the Lord. But this is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. This is Paul, right? The Romans. All right, the Israelites that were in Rome. I say then, hath God cast away his people? Question mark, God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Okay? So Paul was a so-called black man, which we know today as a West Indian or a Jamaican, according to the Bible. Okay? So during the time of the Romans, I believe in this time Nero was in rulership, so Paul was fleeing persecution, but he was saying that he was an Israelite and the Most High didn't cast away his people, that his people still existed. The 12 tribes of Israel.
That's really interesting.
Well, hang on, let me show you another thing. I'm going to show you another very interesting thing because
Judah is the Negroes?
The Negro, Judah is the Negroes today in America. Hang on, look. I'm going to show you another very interesting thing. It says, I'm going to go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. What is that word seed talking about?
His offspring.
Thank you. It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. What did Israel do when they were taken out of Egypt? What did they do to displease the Lord?
They disobeyed his Ten Commandments
at Mount Sinai when they started worshiping the golden calf?
All that stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
Real quick, look. It says, for the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. Throughout all the records of history that is well known, who are the people that had a yoke of iron around their neck?
Blacks.
The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. I'm going to show you another thing. Hang on, man. Hang on. It was just for edification's sake, but I want you to hear this. It says, and the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And who always used the symbol of an eagle? The Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, and who's using it today? America. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump down to 68 because we know that Israel was delivered out of Egypt one time, right? There's no record of them going back into Egypt, right?
No, not physically.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. What does that sound like?
Slavery.
Slavery. During the transatlantic slave trade on the west borders of Africa.
I wish I had a picture of that because I would like to check all the tribes out.
You can check it out on the internet. Just put in 12 tribe sign, and it'll pop it up on Google for you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. But yeah, Shalaki Akim. I'm gonna go back to Sirach, chapter 12. Verse 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Right. His wickedness had not been wiped away, man. Just like the history, you cannot deny history. History is there for our learning. History bears witness that Esau has murdered, robbed, and you know, destroyed these people on the side, man. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. It's in the history books. You cannot wipe that away. Esau don't got enough manpower to go throughout the whole earth and destroy all the books that expose him for what he's done, man. And just like this Edomite just came up, this Edomite woman, and I read in the scripture, and she knew what it was talking about. She might even be an Israelite, man. I'm just saying. But I read her Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68, and she knew that it was talking about slavery. You know? You can't wipe what's been done, Esau. You can deny it, argue it, debate it, and whatever you think you can do, cry about it like Esau did. But that's not going to do nothing for you, man. That's why the Lord says in the book of Lamentations, rejoice, O Edom, man. Rejoice that now that you're here, this is your kingdom, so you rejoice. You did whatever you wanted. You persecuted the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, so hey, rejoice, man. Live it up. It says, verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Right, and that's what's happened, man. He stand up in our place. That's why the Lord hates Esau, man, because Esau looked upon Jacob in a day when they were being afflicted, man. You know? And that's what the Lord is that's not one of the only things, but the Lord hates Esau, man. You know? And that's the Lord saying it. The Lord ain't just making this up, man. The Lord is doing according to his laws, man. You know? Because Esau is a Hebrew Edomite. That's our brother, but it's our wicked brother, man. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right, going back to the time when the prophet Samuel, I believe it was prophet Samuel killed that Edomite. Because let me get that story real quick. And he was chilling there with I believe it was, I can't remember, I don't want to say anything. Let me bring it out real quick. Yeah, and then basically you can't be having no Edomites sit up next to you, man. You know? Let's see where it's at. Sloppy, give me a second. If I can find it, I can. Yeah, right here. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 32. It says, Then said Samuel, Bring you hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. Right, so Samuel was a prophet, and King Saul is the one that gave refuge to Agag, the Amalekite, man. Amalekite goes back, that's the stock of Edom, man. All right, and this is what Samuel did. It says, Then said Samuel, Bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately, and Agag said, Surely the bitterness of death is past. Right, because you know they're in a time of war, and Agag, you know, he was already at a comfortable state, you know, in safety with King Saul and what have you. All right, it says, and Samuel said, As thy sword had made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal. Right, so the prophet Samuel, man, he straight up slayed Agag, man. He killed him, man, because he wasn't supposed to be alive, man. They went to war, and it was Saul's job to destroy the Amalekites. Okay. It says, and Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord in Gilgal. So, hey, that's just proving it, man. Why? Because they can take your seat, man. They can assassinate you, lie to you. You got a lot of movies where kings have a certain type of like advisor, but the advisor is always like a witch, and you can tell they're a counter. They always make it obvious that those advisors that they have, that one special advisor that king has, is always wicked. You're not supposed to be having no Edomite next to you, man. You ain't supposed, yeah, you be at peace with all men. You ain't supposed to be having them posted up next to you like if he's your best friend. For that very reason, man. And you're supposed to do away with them. Get them out the way. It's like the 2/3, man. You can't be having no 2/3 with you, man. This is we'll go over here. It reminds me. Yeah, Con right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. Right, so already, man, they're already saying we shouldn't be having no fellowship with no devils, man. We're speaking about how devils are. They're like wolves, like lions seeking whom they may devour. We got to be circumspect. Circumspect, harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent, man. What does that mean? We got to obey our law, our power, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Says you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partaker of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we greater than he? Right, just like Saul had Agag with him. That provoked the Lord to jealousy. That's why Samuel went over there and destroyed his ass, or destroyed Agag. But eventually Saul was demoted. Right? King Saul was demoted and replaced by King David. Ultimately. Okay. It says, verse 23, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things are edify not. All right. Basically, that was it on there. Right here, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not equally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship had righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion had light with darkness. Right, so what's your business chilling with an Edomite or chilling with the 2/3? You got no business, man. Okay? It says, and what a concord had Yahweh Shai Mashiach with Belial, or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? Right, so what do you got chilling with the infidel and unbeliever, man? You can't be doing that, man. Like I said, there's a balance to everything. But you gotta put yourself away from them certain things, man. Or they're gonna corrupt, man. A little leaven at the whole lump. There's always sifting going on, even within our own minds, man. We're always having to remove this out of our mind, or say, okay, we can do this, we can't do that. There's always judgment that's going on upstairs every minute, every hour, man. Every day, we're always judging. We're trying to make a decision. Should we do this or should we do that? It's the same thing dealing with certain people, man. Should I be over here talking to this person? Should I be chilling with this girl? Should I be dealing with this dude over here? You're always having to make a judgment, man. And that's another thing about people. They don't believe that judgment exists. Judgment exists, man. The word judgment just goes back to making an accurate decision, man. That's all a judgment means, making a decision. All right? Yeah, you got another judgment where it's, hey, this is what's going to happen to you. You're sentenced to death. You're going to sit for 40 years in prison. But judgment goes back to making a decision. And we judge every day. And that's a part of the thing. We got to make judgments. Right judgments. It says, verse 16, and what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. See what I'm saying? Like, you can't be having certain beliefs or theories or whatever in your mind. You got to cast them out. because the Lord dwells in this body, man. We're His temple, you know. So nothing impure is supposed to be in us. We're supposed to be holy, for He is holy, right? There you go, man. For ye are the temple of the living power, as Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. There you go, it's that word, man. Be ye separate. You know? Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Right. So there you go again, man. It goes from the Old Testament to the New Testament, speaking the same word, man. The Lord never changes. You know? It's like that old school Michael Jackson song that came out, We Love the World, and everybody's holding hands. That's not the way the Lord is taught. The Lord ain't about that program, man. If it was, the Tower of Babel would have never been destroyed, man. Because during the time of Nimrod, at the Tower of Babel, everybody was of the same accord. They all spoke one language, but the Lord saw that as displeasure, and He went down and confounded their languages, man. That's why it's called Babel, man, because it was confused. They were confounded. All right, and every man, every person, every people that had that particular sound, that speech, they all went their own separate way because they couldn't continue their work. You see? So He's not with this New World Order, man. The New World Order that they're speaking about here in America, the Lord ain't with that, man. The Lord is against that, man. The Lord is against the New World Order. All right? He's against the church, the mark of the beast. All right? He's against these false philosophies, false doctrines, idols. He's against Cesar Borgia.
Hey, what's your name?
It's Yabatiza.
What does that mean?
It means he is sorrowful. All right, but right, like I'm saying, man, the Lord ain't with this, man. The Lord ain't with everybody holding hand in hand, man. The scriptures talk about that, man. This is in the book of Proverbs, and everybody knows that, you know, the racial tension is increasing. You know, it makes sense, man. It says this is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Right. So the Lord is saying that just because you walk hand in hand with somebody that's wicked doesn't mean that they're going to get away. That person's going to still receive judgment, man. Though you walk hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. They're going to be punished. And you might die along with them because you're with them, man. That's why the Lord says, separate ye from that unclean thing. And that's our job. We're supposed to separate ourselves, man. You can't be out here like that's the vibration that's in the world right now. Everybody loves each other. Everybody's trying to defend everything that goes on with these homosexuals, the LGBT community, the lesbian, gay, tranny, bisexual community. You know? That's why everybody's vibrating. Everybody's thinking that they love each other and that's godly, man. That's not godly. You know? Certain individual people out there that are rising up against GMS because the elders and the elders are going against Zabag and certain individual men out on the higher ups of Yasha Allah, saying that we're supposed to come in unity. But they're divided. That's division. You can't have two separate doctrines, man. You gotta have one doctrine. You gotta have one spirit, one truth, man. And the scriptures talk about that, man. If two come in the name, and if one comes in the name, let me go ahead and get it. Else there wouldn't be none of that, man. There wouldn't be the things that are going on, man. There wouldn't be no disputes, you know, contentions. Everything would just be fine, but it's not that way. 2 Corinthians 11:4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom ye have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, you might well bear with him. Right, so because there's going to be more than one philosophy. So you got to seal that up and bring it back into the proper doctrine. All right? You can't just say, oh, we all love each other. We're all trying to unite, and the Black Lives Matter, man. The Black Lives Matter movement is gonna get y'all people killed, man. It's not gonna save. It's not gonna make no change. All right. All it's doing is increasing. All it's doing is fulfilling prophecy, man. You know, that's all that's doing. And we got to remain in the spirit of the Lord, man. You know, pushing this truth. You know, and staying, like I was saying, staying circumspect. Always got to be watching, man. You know, watching out here in the streets, watching spiritually too, man, for the return of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, there's signs everywhere, man. Like he says, he's gonna be shown with great signs and effects, great wonders. It's been happening, man. It's been happening, man. You know. Right. But going back over here to Sirach chapter 12, verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Right. So because we tell you, hey man, don't go over there, don't do this, don't do that, and you go and do it, we ain't gonna feel sorry for you. There's just, you know, like if you're a parent, you got kids, and you tell your son or daughter, hey, don't go down the slide that way. Slide, you know, we all know when you get on the slide, you sit on it and you slide down with your bottom. But that kid wants to get up on that high slide and try to run down it, and we tell him, don't do that, don't do it, you're gonna fall. We even tell them what's gonna happen. You see? And then they end up doing it, and what happens? They straight up just tear themselves up, man. They bang all their shit up, may break a bone. So who's gonna pity them? You know? Because we told them don't do it, and they went ahead and did it. You know? It says again, I'm gonna read it again. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? Right, man. You know, I ain't gonna pity you. I'm gonna be like, man, that was an idiot. First and foremost, he shouldn't be playing with no snakes. He shouldn't be out there trying to tame a wild lion. That wild lion's gonna eat your ass up. That snake's gonna bite you, man. You know? Nobody's gonna pity you. Just like you two, you us brothers in the truth, we can't be trying to chill with these heathens, these 2/3, man. Because what's gonna happen? They're gonna backstab us. They're gonna try to commit adultery with your female. That's all that goes on here, man. Bunch of scumbags trying to sleep with another man's wife, man. You know? And the Most High's against all that. We ain't gonna pity you. We're gonna be like, man, you knew better. You know? Only the Lord's the one's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna show mercy to him or not. You know? I'm gonna let him live or not. Like the Lord said, I heal and I wound, man. You know? So who's gonna pity that, man? Get another one. This is Psalms 57 or 58 and 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. And lies can hurt too, you know. That's why, you know, you can't be trusting everybody what they speaking. You can't be believing what they be speaking. And if you want to hear them out, hey, you gotta examine it. You gotta go see if what they're talking about is true. It's just like this lady that came up. She came up sincere. You know, she was real humble. You know, patient. And she was like, "Where'd you get that sign?" And she was like, "I want to continue looking that sign up." And I told her, I was like, "You know, just go Google it, man. Go look up on Google, and it'll bring it up for you." She was like, "All right, I'm gonna do that," because she wanted to continue to see where we're really coming from, instead of assuming it, instead of getting pissed off and thinking that we're this and that way. You know, just be sincere, man. Be reasonable, man. You know, be a man, man. Be a woman. Just be right, and everything's gonna come out right. You know, the way it needs to be done. Speak, communicate, pass the information, and move on. You know, you may get offended, but hey, that's part of it. You're gonna get offended. You know, you're not gonna receive salvation. So be real and honest about it. You know. Psalms 58 and 14 or 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Right. You know, saying that Esau, he don't don't care to have the truth spoken to him. He don't care to tell the truth, you know. And he stops it like a deaf adder, man, because that's what he is. He's a serpent, man. That's what Esau is. He's a damn snake slithering in the grass, man. You know, just moving around in the grass, seeing who he can try to supplant, man. You know. Go ahead and continue to read. It says, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Right, so they don't listen, man. So we ain't gonna pity you for you want to trust in one of these 2/3, one of these Edomites or heathen, you know. It says, break their teeth, O power, in their mouth, break out the great teeth of their young lions, O Lord. Right, and that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for Most High through his son Yahweh Shai to come and devour our enemy, man. Just to take us up back out of captivity and restore us back into Yahshua Allah. All right, to make us rulers of the earth again, man. All right, that's what the Bible talks about. I'm gonna go back over here to Sirach 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right, so that's why it's very important that we separate ourselves from these wicked ass people, man. We don't take no part in them. You know, we communicate, we keep it at a limit. You know, we ain't trying to be like, hey man, come into my house, hey, let's chill. Let me show you the mysteries of the kingdom. You ain't supposed to be doing none of that, man. You're supposed to be feeding the flock, feeding Yahshua Allah, man. All right, it says, going back to Sirach 12 and 15. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Right, man. You know, everybody acts like they're down for the program. At first, you know, everybody's hyped up when you come into the truth, the knowledge, you know. And then you feel like everything's all good, you know. And then after a while, they start turning away. They start falling out, you know. They start falling away from the truth. They stop trying to be a man of the Lord, you know. Says yeah, I gotta get my kids. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Right, so he will not tarry. Right, because things are speeding up, things are getting a little hectic. You know, things get real serious out here, and they're gonna want to fall out, man. They don't want to continue pushing the faith, man, pushing the truth. You know. People out here, man, they don't know what truth is, man. That's why we got to come out to the highways and the hedges to let the elect know. First and foremost is the elect of the nation of Israel, the Negro Latinos, the Native American Indians, man. Okay, that's who salvation is for. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Right, and we ain't ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know you demons, we know you devils very well, man. Like I was mentioning earlier, everything's written for our learning. We know you through history books. We know how you get down, Esau. You know, you like to kill, man. You like to steal. You like to do things in the dark. You like to do things when there's like 4 of you and just one Jake. You know, trying to be crafty, man. You ain't slick. You know, we got you on the radar, man. This is more than you got us on the radar. Okay, this is an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. See, that's why it's very important, that we got to be circumspect on the highway and the hedges, man. Because our enemy is like a devouring lion, man, seeking whom he may devour, like a devil, man. All right? It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee, man. That's why Hagag, the Amalekite, was the prophet Samuel killed his ass, because he had no business in there with King Saul, man. They were Hebrew Israelites, man. No unclean, undefiled thing can be in the presence of an Israelite, man. And that's why Yahweh Shai is coming back for his bride, man. He's taking us back into our rightful state, man. Right now, he's purging us, cleansing our minds of all this wicked and pollution that's here in America, man. All these false philosophies, false doctrines. You know, everything we've been learning since we were little kids, being programmed into the system. And it's still being done to this very day. You know? People are brainwashed, man. Thinking that this place is paradise. This place ain't paradise. This is fucking hell, man. Here in this earth is hell, man. That's what that word hell goes back to the word, the Greek word Hades, which refers to the grave, man. This, when you die, where do you go? The earth. This is hell, man. This is where you suffer, you receive persecution, oppression. You know, there ain't no such thing as no mythology place with brimstone and fire burning with devils with a pitchfork. That's all Greek and Roman mythology, man. Had nothing to do with the scriptures. The Bible talks about a lake of fire coming. That's talking about ICBM missiles, man. The intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, that are coming to devour this place. Because the Lord, what did he destroy the old world? What element did he destroy the old world with? The first time was water, man. Now the second time he's gonna do it with fire. Now you got a movie called The Knowing with Nicolas Cage where they're showing you that it was through the sun. No, that has nothing to do with the scriptures, man. They're talking about, the Bible tells you plainly that there's gonna be glittering swords out in the heavens, man. They're talking about them arrows. Those arrows are what? ICBM missiles, man. Missiles, because in the old time, what they use? They use arrows. They use arrows, they use catapults, and they use cannons. Now they got missiles, man. So those things are gonna be used, and that's what John the Revelator has seen, man. 200 million missiles are gonna come and annihilate this place, America, man. Why? Because of its wickedness that it's committed. This land was taken by from the Native American Indians, the indigenous people of the land, from Canada all the way to South America, the islands, the Bahamas, the Haiti, Dominican Republic, man. All right, and that's just judgment that the Lord is bringing on this place, man. Can't be no crying about it. That's what this place deserves, because it spilled blood. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out a scripture. The book of Numbers. All right, Numbers chapter 35 verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So who is the one that came over here and shed the blood of the Native American Indians? The so-called white man, man. So his blood has to be shed, man. That's just. If a so-called black man commits a crime here in America, he has to, be judged for that, man. He's given a so-called, proper sentence, put on death row for fucking 30, 40 years, because he killed his wife that committed adultery with another man. That's the judgment that's placed out here on the earth by Esau. So the Lord is the same way. All right, the Lord is the king of all judges. He's the king of terrors, man. He judges, man. His throne is a seat of judgment. He ain't out there just holding a bunch of roses. He ain't no damn hippie either, man. That man, the Lord up there in the heavens, he's a man of war, man. And he's a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah with white woolly hair, and his eyes are red, man, because he's enraged, man. He's pissed off. All right, read it again.